Hi, it's Barb, MeeplePhD.
And I'm her husband, Andrew.
And today we're doing a playthrough of Oceanos, the subject of my latest Cosmic Game Connection video. So let's get down to the table and see who can explore the depths the most efficiently. So here we have the game set up for 2 players. This is a game where we are going to draft cards and create a tableau in front of us showing us the different discoveries we have found as we explore deeper and deeper into the ocean. So the game is played in rounds, 3 rounds. Each round has 5 turns. Now, the first phase of the round is a drafting phase. And this is played a little bit differently in the 2-player game than the 3+ player game. So when you're playing with more than 3 players, you'll assign the first player becomes the expedition leader, I think is what it's called. And they deal out cards to all of the other players, not themselves. And the number of cards everyone gets is 1 card plus the number of periscopes on their submarine. And this can change throughout the game. Everyone who has cards chooses one that they're going to play. They keep it in front of them until all of them have decided. Then they reveal their card and give their leftovers to the expedition leader. The leader then chooses one card from all of those leftovers and plays it in front of themselves. And then the expedition leader moves around the table. In the 2-player game, instead, we will be doing simultaneous drafting where we each get our number of cards. So we start with the 2. It's the same rule there. We will choose one to play, keep it secret in front of us until we've both decided, play that card. Optionally, we can discard 1 card to the bottom of the deck, and then we pass any remaining cards to the other player. And then at the beginning of their turn, they again draw up to make sure that they have as many cards as they're supposed to have. If they have too many cards, that's fine too. But you always get your base number of cards of 1 plus the number of periscopes. Okay, so you're going to do this 5 times until you have 5 cards in front of you. At the end of your turn, you are going to have an opportunity to upgrade your submarine, and we'll talk through what that is. We'll talk through the anatomy of the card after we do kind of a big overview of the round. So at the end of your each turn, you'll have an opportunity to upgrade your submarine, and then play goes on to the next player. At the end of the round, we will do some mid-game scoring, and then change to a bigger to the next deck of cards, which will bring us down a level in the ocean. So of course, where this game has all the meat are what is on these cards. So the things we have in front of us here, oh, somehow I have all of the same animal. There we go. Oh, let's do that. So we have kraken eyes, which aren't great. Whoever has the majority of those is going to have to take negative points based on the random kraken that we have chosen for that round. We've already chosen the 2 and 3s, but I will show you what's on the level 1s. So you could get lucky in this first round and have no penalty, or up to -2 points, which can be a big deal in this game. So at the end of the round, we'll see who has the most of those, and they get the negative points. If more than 1 player has it, they both get those negative points. Of course, in the 2-player game, that's less bad. It means we're at least getting the same penalty. So we'll pick one of those at random. So those are the kraken eyes. This is coral, so that's just for game end scoring. You are going to want the largest group, you're going to score the largest group of contiguous coral that you have. And that means they have to touch orthogonally, not diagonally. And that's just 1 point per at the end of game scoring. There are crystals. Now these will help you with upgrading your submarine. So if you have a crystal out and you play a base, you get to upgrade. The amount that you get to upgrade is contingent on how many crystals you've played and what colors they are. So to go from a level 1, which is what we start at here on our submarine, and you can see these have 1 little dot here. So to go from a level 1 piece to a level 2 that has 2 dots on it, you just need a crystal and then a base, which is this orange looking thing here. So at the end of that turn, I could then say upgrade my tail to that tail, and we'll go over what that does in a little bit. If you have played 2 different colors of crystal and then a base, you can go from a level 2 to a level 3. That is the only way to go from a level 2, but it has to be 2 different colors. And they don't have to all be in a line like this. You could have something in between and then play the base. Once you have played a base, all of the crystals you have played before that are now negated. So you don't get to count up and say, well, I did a level 1 with this one and then play another base and use this. These are all now considered out of play. Okay. So that is the bases and the crystals, and we'll talk through the rest of the upgrades in a second. We have the animals. So at the end of the round, you will count up how many different animals you have. So this would count as 1 because they're both the same. But the whale would be a second. So I'd have 2 different animals. I will look in my aquarium and see how many different types of animals I can hold. So in this case, it's 3. And so I get to hold both of those in my aquarium, and I will get points for that at the end of the round. So you want to play as many different animals as you possibly can. And then finally, we have treasure chests. When you play a treasure chest, you have the option of playing one of your scuba divers on it. They will stay there until the end of the game. And at the end of the game, they will collect treasure for every card that they are on and above it. So in a later round, if I pushed my luck a little bit and instead played my diver down here, at the end of the game, I would get a treasure, 2 treasures, this one and the one directly above it.
Thematically, I think the diver, you are letting him out of your submarine or letting them out of your submarine, and then they are rising up through the water, collecting all the treasure chests along the way.
And I'll show you what the treasures are when we go over game end scoring. But this has to be done when you play that card, not any time later. And so, you are pushing your luck if you don't play it the second you place the treasure chest on the first row, and you're hoping you're going to get the one the next row down. Okay, so that's everything on the cards. Let's go over what the scoring is at the end of the round. So at the end of the round, we will do a little bit of scoring. You will first place, let me put one more because we have, you will first, there's this little score, end of round helper card. So you get a free base at the end of the game. So any unused crystals you can immediately use to do an upgrade. And that's the first thing on here, and that's what this shows you. Then you're going to get points for however many fish you have and how many will fit in your aquarium. So it's 2 points for each unique fish that will fit in your aquarium. So right now I would get 4 points for that because I have 2 unique fish. I'd also get points for anything on my tail. So we start with a 0, but if you upgrade your tail, you get 2 points per round. And then we also look at the kraken. And whoever has the most kraken eyes gets those negative points. Finally, return the fuel, which I have not talked about because we have not talked about everything on your submarine yet. So let's go through the submarine and why you might want to upgrade stuff. The tail I've already gone over. That gives you points at the end of the round. The fuel allows you to keep an extra card when you are drafting cards. So instead of playing 1 card, you can play both of the cards in your hand. When we start, we only have 2 cards. You could play both, and you would indicate this by, while we're deciding, I would put this here. And so Andrew would know that I've picked my cards and I'm using my fuel. And then when we flip them over, we also leave our fuel on there. This helps us when we count at the end, like, have we done 5 turns? Well, this is an extra card, so I will know not to count that as one of the turns that we've taken. When you upgrade this, you will get another fuel, and you immediately get 1 more fuel that you can use that round. These are returned, like I said, at the end of the round. The aquarium, that one we've already talked about. You can hold that number of unique animals and get up to 2 points if you have that many in front of you. And the aquariums go from 3 animals, 5, and 8. So if you're collecting a lot of different kinds of wildlife, you will want to upgrade that. The front gives you more divers. So you'll get 2 divers and 3 divers. Again, these don't come back to you, but as soon as you play your upgrade, you get another diver. Since this is at the end of your turn, though, you can't then play that on a card you just played. You have to wait until your next turn. And then finally, the periscopes we've kind of gone over. So you'll upgrade to 2 periscopes and 3 periscopes, and this gives you more cards to choose from every turn. At the end of the game, we flip this over in round 3. It has the same scoring. You still get the extra base. You still score your fish, your tail, and the kraken, which gets worse by the end of the game. And then for the game end stuff, you score your largest group of contiguous coral, and everyone draws their treasure chests based on their scuba divers. And these go from 2 to 4 points. I made this bag, so this is an upgrade. We found it easier than what came with the game. So just at the end, you'll draw however many treasures you are entitled to. And then we'll total up the scores and see who wins.
Okay.
All right, so we will set back up and be right back. All right, so let's get started. We each get 2 cards. And this is the special 2-player. We will pick 1 or 2 if we want to use our fuel.
Okay.
And then go from there. Start over here. Okay. We reveal next. And now, optionally, we can discard 1 card before passing it to the other player. I'm going to give you this one.
Okay.
And now we have turn 2. So we draw back up to we still get 2 cards. Ooh. Ooh. I wish this one was more useful. Okay, so we reveal. Getting all the treasure chests.
Oh, okay.
I will let you have this one.
Okay, I will hand you that one.
Draw 1 more. And they say you can't change the order once you've flipped them up. I mean, that makes sense, but I'm gonna fuel it up.
Okay.
Which is maybe dumb.
So I have played a crystal, and this current card has a base on it, so I can upgrade something. I will upgrade my periscopes.
Yeah, I guess in the 2-player game, the cards don't cycle as much necessarily, so that's probably a good call. I'm setting myself up for a upgrade, but this might be dumb because we only have 2 more turns.
Okay, I will pass this card to you.
Okay, so I only get 1 more,
and
but now you get 3.
Draw up to 3 because my hand is empty.
Ugh. I'm gonna do this one.
I will discard this one.
Well, actually, I guess we should have revealed first.
Yes.
And then we pass, which I don't
Okay.
think I've done already.
No.
I get 1 more.
I get 2 more.
2, 3, 4. So this is our last turn for this round. Well, this is all useless. I could do this, which is maybe dumb. Don't forget your fuel if there's anything good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These can now get discarded. I like that.
Okay.
So we'll get a free base, but I have a base from this. So I'm going to upgrade. I'm actually going to upgrade my aquarium because I have 5 different animals. And that will max out my points. 5 different fish. Actually,
Okay.
they're not fish. Some of them are mammals.
Okay, I am also upgrading, but using the end
Free
of
base.
round card. And I actually am also going to upgrade my aquarium. So all of our ships have these little jigsaw puzzly pieces that fit together.
And now we do
Okay.
scoring. So I win the Kraken. Yay, yay me.
And-
Woot! But it's 0 points. So then we count our aquarium. So I have 5. So that's 10 points. And I still have 0 on my tail. So that's just 10 points.
Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have the capacity for them, so that's 8 points. My tail is not upgraded, so that is just 8 points.
Okay. And I don't lose any from the Kraken. Okay, so that is round 1. So let's put our fuel back in its tank. If you used it, this can come down here. And we are ready for round 2. So we each start. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I will use my fuel to play 2 cards.
Here we go.
Okay, and then we will swap.
And you're not upgrading, but you are ready to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play that one. Not looking.
Normally we play this on opposite sides of the table.
Yes. That's harder to do on a playthrough, though. All right.
Okay.
I got myself a little goldfish. Oh, I got the exact same fish that I had the first time around.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you can have that. Ooh, you're going in for the Kraken eyes. Oh, and I don't get any additionals. So that's great. That's what I like. No, you know what? Okay.
And I will discard one of my cards.
Yeah, I'm going to discard this one. Now I'm going to play this. I am going to deploy my diver. This might be foolish because I could maybe get one down here, but I'm guaranteed 2 treasures this way.
Okay. All right.
So
Then I hand you that.
One more. Oh. That would be real dumb. Ugh. It's not great. Not great. Ready?
All right.
I'm just doubling up on animals and on crystals.
Okay. So I actually have a base, so I can upgrade. I can actually do a upgrade from 2 to 3 if I want. Do I want to upgrade my aquarium? No, I think I will upgrade my tail.
Yeah, you only have 3 separate animals, right, or fish right now, so may not be worth it.
So, okay.
I already swapped these.
Okay.
So I get one more. You're not leaving me any bases here, my love. Oh, and once again, I've already forgotten about coral. I always forget about coral. more. Oh, this is our last. Do I want both of these? I might as well. This is round 5.
Okay.
So that can get discarded too. Okay, so these go in here. We get our free upgrade.
I think you want the other side.
I do want the other side. You are correct. So we have 4 different. That doesn't seem to be the greatest. I'm gonna do my fuel. I should probably get the extra points, but this will let me play extra cards in the 3rd round. Are you upgrading? No, you just did.
I just did, and I did not get a crystal.
Okay, and I have 2 kraken eyes.
Okay. I also have 2, actually.
So we both take a -3. That's no good. All right, so for fish, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 unique that I can hold. So that's 8 points. -3 is 5 points.
Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I can hold. So that's 10 points.
Yeah.
Plus my tail.
Yep.
Yes. So that's 12. -3 is 9.
All right, I'm going to need to step it up in this last round, y'all. So here we go.
So we also refuel.
Yep. I probably should have upgraded and gotten another diver. That would have been the real smart thing to do. But I did not. All right. So I just get 2 fishies. Ooh.
I get another upgrade. So I'm going to choose to upgrade my fuel.
Now I just need to get some good cards to make it worth that fuel upgrade that I did.
And I can fill one of the new tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that.
So I get this and 1 new card. Okay.
And I will deploy my diver.
That's a good plan. So you're not giving me anything new. That's great. So take your cards. Don't really care for either of these.
Actually, I will discard this one.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So 1 and 1. Do both. Okay.
Okay.
So sadly, I have no diver, or I could have gotten all 3 of those.
Okay.
All right, so last card of the round. Does not actually matter. Actually, last card of the game.
Okay.
All right, so I got a base, and I'm going to upgrade my aquarium. Because I have a lot of unique animals this time.
Okay.
The tail would get me 2 guaranteed points, but it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess that's the same, but that's okay. And do you have an upgrade to do?
Yes. So I have both colors of crystal, so I can do a level 2 to 3 upgrade. I will upgrade my tail to its final level.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we can do the scoring.
And now I do the scoring. So, who gets the kraken? We both get the kraken again.
Oh, we both have exactly 1. Oof.
So it's -2 this time, so actually not as bad as last time.
Okay.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unique fish, which I can hold. So that's 12 points. And I did not upgrade my tails. Just 12 minus 2 is 10.
Okay.
Okay.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I have capacity for. So that's 10. Plus my tail is 5. So 15 minus 2 is 13.
13. All right. So now we do the coral, which I forgot about as always, and I just have 3.
While I have a coral archipelago.
Yeah, you do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right.
And I have 2 up here, but they're disconnected, so they don't count for anything.
And now we do treasure. So I just get 2.
Okay.
Which looks like that's what you
I
get.
will also get 2.
So 1 is 3 points, and 1 is 2 points. So that's 5 more points.
And I will draw 1. It's 4 points. 4 points.
Wow. So 8 total points for that for you. All right. And then, so 10, 20, 33. And I can't add 17, 18, 20, 35, 45. I took a beating there. So I had 33 and you had 45.
Okay.
So there we go. That's Oceanos. Let's go back up to the top and talk about it for a little bit. All right. So what did you think?
I really like Oceanos. It's kind of complicated to teach the first time because you have all these different symbols on the cards which score in different ways and you have to go through all of this stuff. But once you know the game, it just zips along.
Yeah, I'm always surprised when I sit down for the teach because I think of this as a very easy game. And then I get into the teach and I realize I'm like 10 minutes in and I'm still explaining things. And it almost plays faster than the teach itself. But once you get to know it, once you see it, it all just fits together really nicely. And I love the art.
Yes, the art by Jeremy Fleury is really lovely and very cute.
Yeah, yeah. And each of the different submarines has a different personality. I had the pirate lady, you had the guy with the couple of kids.
Yeah.
I sought out the promo one, which is a unicorn ship.
It's very pink.
Yes.
I also like how the cards fit together into a landscape. The backgrounds get darker as we go deeper. And my favorite detail, which I always point out, is on the kraken tiles, the smallest level of kraken has a pacifier. So I just picture the cute baby kraken.
And then the largest one, though, has one of our submarines in its little clutches. So, yeah, it grows up with us, apparently.
I think something my least liked portion of the game is the treasure chests. Because they're sort of random and swingy. Yeah. I, in general, don't like games where you collect these tokens and then at the end you'll randomly find out what they were worth.
Yeah, and here you had 3 extra points even though we had the same number of treasures. That's true.
And it could be even worse. You could have had like 4 chests and drawn a bunch of 2s. And I could have drawn my 2 4s and still tied you even though you took more of a risk and worked harder on getting treasure chests.
Yeah, that's true. So when we reread the rules before this playthrough. We realized we'd been playing the 2-player variant incorrectly previously, where we would have done the one of us as the expedition leader and give the other person their cards, and then we discard it at the end of that each turn, so that each round you're getting new cards. And I find that I like our bad rules better. Playing through this, I felt that once Andrew had upgraded to the 2 periscope, I was never able to get any cards. He would always give me kind of the leftovers of whatever he had, and he knew it wouldn't be great for me, so I wasn't able to do very many upgrades, and I was only able to do it at the end of the round when we got our free base. Now, by luck, that can happen in some games too. I've seen other players struggle with that, but it's less frequent. And this one, it just felt the whole game like I was fighting against that.
And on a few occasions, I deliberately discarded a card with a treasure chest on it because you were going into the treasure chests,
Right.
and I didn't want you to have a chance
Yeah.
or have one more chest in your stack.
Yeah, although I hadn't since I didn't do many upgrades, I had to be very strategic, and upgrading the diver was not a priority because that wasn't guaranteed points, right? But getting, knowing I already had 5 different types of fish, that was more guaranteed points for me. So I think if, we go back to playing this 2-player, we will play by our wrong rules again.
Which are just the standard rules for any number of players.
With the addition of maybe discarding 1 card when you give it back to the expedition leader. That, I think we have played that part of that rule. We just missed there wasn't an expedition leader. We were just trading hands. So yeah, but otherwise, like when we have this with big groups, we really enjoy pulling this out. It's a fast play. We usually play it twice because it is so quick. And we all love the art. This is actually one of my most played games. Once we started tracking our gameplays, this is a most played game for us. So I love this game. Even the frustration of this game, I still love it.
And it was designed by Antoine Bauza, who also designed 7 Wonders, which is another game that relies on drafting and uses it as its primary mechanism. I don't know that Oceanos has gotten as much attention as 7 Wonders, because 7 Wonders is very well known. But I think this is a great little game.
And I know some folks in our playgroup prefer this to 7 Wonders. I probably do, but maybe marginally. So anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, I will be back again with another video. In the meantime, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel so you'll know when it comes out. Otherwise, we'll see you later. Thanks.
Bye, everyone.
Hi, it's Barb, MeeplePhD.
And I'm her husband, Andrew.
And today we're doing a playthrough of Oceanos,